Two things surprised me this week. One, I found a record in my Discogs collection that I just bought a couple years ago that's already sold for 10 times what I paid for it. Two, I had my wisdom teeth taken out last week and it is miserable. Let's see if I can make it through this video while still in pain. Okay, so as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, last week I had my wisdom teeth taken out, which, I don't know. My age, I'm about 20 years later than most people get their wisdom teeth taken out. But finally pulled the trigger and had it done. And it's kind of been miserable. And my jaw really hurts still. And I'm almost a week later. I called the dentist. They said it was normal. But I've, just been eating pain meds for the last week. So if any point during this video I may reference some sort of flying dragon or rainbow of some sort, you'll understand it's the pain meds talking, and just hang in there with me, and we'll make it through, right? Sorry. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is a record that I sorted my Discogs collection from the highest value to the lowest, which is just something I like to do every once in a while. And I was really surprised because I found a record that I bought just a couple years ago. In fact, I remember I bought it in 2019. I was shopping at a local store here in Nashville because I was picking up a few things for Christmas gifts for my teenage sons. And they had a record player. They have a record player and a stereo system, and they had given me a couple of gift ideas. And so I went through and I found what they were looking for. And as I'm checking out, I look up on the wall right by the register, and there is an album I've been looking for years and have really only ever been listening to it on YouTube, because up until recently it wasn't even available on streaming services. And I looked at it and the price was $48, and I immediately grabbed it because I had been looking for it online and consistently saw it selling for $70, $80 and higher. So I grabbed it, and the record is Blackroc, which this was released in 2009. And if you're not familiar with the project, it is a combination of the Black Keys and the co-founder of Rockefeller Records, Damon Dash, who was sort of the producer on this record, basically had the Black Keys holed up in a studio and then had a bunch of hip-hop artists and R&B artists come and sing on the record that they were making. So that's how we get Black for Black Keys and Rock for Rockefeller, right? And this album I've been looking for years. I mean, came out in 2009, and I kind of stumbled on it a few years ago. I didn't know about it upon its release, but it was something that as soon as I sort of stumbled on it, I think probably on YouTube, that I just knew it was something I wanted to buy. Now, this is got really great packaging. Overall, it does a great job of listing out some of the artists that perform on the album. Some of my favorites being Mos Def, Q-Tip, RZA, Pharoah Monch, Ludacris, and ODB is on here as well. And basically what you're getting with this record is you're getting the sort of blues rock that the Black Keys are known for, but sort of set to a hip-hop beat that all of these artists are known to rap over. And so it's kind of a perfect blend of like a rock rap album. Would be great for anyone that really likes, Rage Against the Machine or something on those lines, but a lot less aggressive, a lot more laid back. In fact, one of the songs on here is from an artist, Nicole Ray, who it's just a lot. It's called, let's see, what is it called? Why Can't I Forget Him, which is just sort of a great kind of like R&B soul track with the Black Keys performing on it. Now, when this originally came out, it actually came with a CD. And I remember that it was sort of like a marketing technique, especially in the early 2000s. So if this is 2009, it seems a little late for this. But I remember, labels putting in CD copies with it because I guess they assumed that people would buy the LP and not have a record player, which was probably a good chance. and but I guess they would have a CD player still, so they would be able to play the CD copy. My used copy did not have the CD still contained within, but if you ever find a copy in the wild, check it out and see if that CD is in there. Now, what's interesting about this record as it stands is on the LP, there's 11 songs. But when you look it up on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, there's only 10 songs. And in my opinion, they left the best song off, which is the first track on this record, Coochie, which is by Ludacris and ODB. And I'm sure that there's some sort of contractual reasons why they can't get the ODB track on streaming, but it really is my favorite track on the whole record. So part of when I'm thinking about why this album has sort of shot up in value, it may have something to do with that, where even though it's available on streaming, you still can't really get the full the full musical performances unless you have the actual physical copy, which is something that I think is cool. So, like I said, I bought this for $48, Christmas 2019. And when I was going through Discogs, I was really surprised. The median price that it sold is $125, but somebody recently sold a sealed copy, so it would have the CD with it and everything, for $400. Now, obviously, a sealed copy, of something that this rare is going to go for a lot more. So, people always complain about Discogs prices and that they're inflated or whatnot. But you know what? Somebody was willing to pay $400 for it, and that's what it sold for. Most importantly, if you go try to buy this on Discogs right now, the cheapest copy available in the United States is $225. So I was surprised to only have paid $48. To see it sort of go up in value has been interesting. Excuse me. And, it's just one of those when I'm going through my collection, it surprised me, just sort of how much, the value of that has jumped. And it's always fun to talk to people about, in fact, I was talking to a friend earlier this week and he was kind of going, I have this one record that's just gone way up in value. And we were kind of joking back and forth. It's like, do you keep it? Do you sell it? I'm definitely keeping the Blackroc LP because I just think it's hard to find. And I also would be surprised if this album is ever reissued. It's 13 years old, so, I feel like the reissues start happening around 15, 20, 25 years, But I think because they weren't able to get that ODB track on streaming, it's probably going to make it hard for them to ever reissue this with that same track. I don't know. I could be wrong, and we see this pop up in a couple years for a 15-year anniversary. But selfishly, I'm kind of hoping it doesn't get reissued because it's kind of fun to have an original copy of it. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of talk real quickly about this record today. It was a fun find, and I'm glad I have it. It's really fun to listen to. I laugh because I actually don't have any Black Keys records in my collection. I was really into them on their first couple of records that came out, which I had the CD copies of them. And I really haven't fallen out of favor with the band. I just really haven't follow and purchased their albums, throughout the years. So, but they do a great job on this record of just sort of setting that really great sort of live instrumentation, hip hop beat that these talented rappers can rap over. Are they the most prolific hip hop verses you'll ever hear? Most likely not, but still makes for a great combination to listen to. Like fans of the Roots, this is an obvious fun record to listen to as well. So you can definitely go check it out on streaming. You'll just miss the one track that I think is my favorite, but check it out and see what you think. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It just helps other vinyl nerds like us. It helps it pop up and maybe something that they can enjoy watching as well. But I appreciate your time today. Thanks for watching.